Hey guys, Webo this side. I have come up with a video having some NAT commands. You can refer this video to understand basic NAT commands which you can run in your environment to see how the NAT is set up. So watch this video till the end and let me know how it goes. In last video, we have seen Palo Alto dynamic NAT with port. In this video, we're going to do some troubleshooting. I would like to walk you guys through some of the debugging commands and the packet flow, packet captures, what we can see with respect to the Palo Alto firewall and the Checkpoint firewall when the NAT comes in play, right? So I hope you are able to see my screen and let's just go ahead with the config overview. So yesterday what we have done, so we have just configured this NAT policy, and 192.168.10.100 is my IP address which is getting NATed from the Palo side. So this is the topology, and this portion, the DMZ, where you see 10.1.2.40. From here, the packet is getting flow to the checkpoint to the internet. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just go ahead here and I'll show you the packet flow. So let's go ahead and log into this machine. All right, let's just go to the command line and say ipconfig. So here I can see the IP address which is 10.1.2.40, and if I say I need to go to the tracer to the internet, so I'll just show you the flow, like how it takes. So it's reaching to the my Palo Alto default gateway for my system, 10.1.2.254, and then 192.168 10.254 for the checkpoint side, and then 10.0.137.254 is this the default gateway from the ISP side, right, and to the internet. And here if I go to the Google, I say anything like checkpoint.com, I can go to that side as well. So the net is working. Now let's go to the Palo Alto and to the monitor, and here I am just refreshing it, right? So yesterday we have added all those things, right? The NAT destination IP, NAT port, NAT source IP, byte received, all those things, right? So I can see here the NAT is happening. So if you see NAT source IP address, the byte received from the destination, whatever it is, the communication is passing, right? Everything looks good. So far, so good, right? Now, from the checkpoint side, if I go to the checkpoint, let me just re-log into the site. So by the way, we are working on R82. Let me just go ahead and just log into this smart console. Meanwhile, let's go to the I would say let's go ahead to the Palo command line. The IP address is 192.168.50.215. Let's open it. Let me just give a good font. Change setting. Then I would say appearance. This guy. Just increase the font a little bit so that you can see it well. All right, now let's just jump into it. Let me just go ahead and log in. Okay, so right now I'm into the Palo Alto, and also I have login here also on the checkpoint side. So if you see, I can see here there is a logs and events, and if I go there, I'll just search for last 1 hour what's going on. I'll just give the source IP address, which is uh, 192.168.10.100, which is my NATed IP address on the Palo side. Let's see what we have for last 1 hour, right? So we can see the communication here, right? And if you see, it is also getting translated to some IP address, which is the interface of this IP address, right? 10.0.137.1. So that is the another NAT what we have done yesterday, which we explained. I can see that everything looks good. So now next thing is that I like to go to the Palo and run some commands to show you uh, what we have when we talk about the NAT. So number one command is like show running, then I would say NAT policy, and if I enter it, right away you are getting the policy name, right? What we have configured here, this is the source network, and the from this zone to this zone, this is my external interface, the destination is any, and this is what we are dynamic natted, and the port, right? So mark this command for your reference. This is the one which we use when we want to see what NAT configuration we have. So I also would like to have those things with me. So I'll just keep commands here. Number one, right? Now, next thing which I like to run, which is like we can run these sessions, or we can see the sessions. So source session, all, then filter with your source IP address, which is 10 dot I just want to check one more time, 10.1.2.40. If we have any running sessions, yeah, we can see it from here. So this is what the command is. Right now I can see the session for this IP address, and we have natted with this guy. So currently these are the sessions going on. Next thing which I want to show you, let's test the NAT command, the policy. So the test is the command which is having too many options. Here you can see one of the option is for the NAT policy match, which we can use right now. So I'd say test NAT policy match, and from here we'll say from DMZ zone it will go to the outside zone, right? The source IP I would like to give here, which is 10.1.2.40. Let me just cross check one more time. 10.1.2.40, and I like to give the destination IP address, say 8.8.8.8. And here, if we are trying something with respect to protocol 6, and it gives me argument port is required. Okay, let's see what else it required. So destination port, which I would say 443. What else it require? So invalid syntax. Okay. So I can say something like destination port, which is 443. Okay. And if I say enter, okay. So once I run this command, it's saying rule match DMZ to the outside world. 10.1.2.40 want to go to the outside and it will NAT with this IP address, and this is the interface. So keep this command also handy with you, because in production sometimes we don't know if NAT is happening, what's going on with that particular traffic. So this command is definitely going to be useful. So test NAT policy match from the source zone to the destination zone, and the source and destination, what we are trying to see, and what protocol or port we require. I have some command already jotted down here. So you can run this command also. Show running global IP pool. So it basically show running global IP pool. What else is required? S is capital here. Yeah. So if I run that command, I can see the NAT what I have configured, dynamic IP port. This is the IP range it will use from the pool, and it will NAT to this guy. All right. Rest of the things are like what memory utilization, everything. But I'm sure this command is also helpful to see why and how the NAT is happening. So I'm also jotting down this command. This is the number 3 command, which is useful. All right. So I hope you guys understand how the NAT basic troubleshooting we need to do to understand what is going on with the NAT. So guys, thanks for watching this video and have a wonderful day.